Welcome to Producer Corner. We got Nikhil on camera this time on the couch. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I thought, it was time I'd be a producer. So I thought, let me shoot my shot at some people. Let me text some guests.
Okay.
Let me see who I can get on board. The guest who's going to join us, he's a great debater. He's here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Steven Smoot to the podcast.
That's you!
How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Doing good?
Doing
Oh,
great.
yeah, we're great.
Let it be known, Donnavan did not know this was going to happen.
This is awesome.
During day of the wedding, we were arguing about the GOAT debate, and Mo posted a video on his Twitter. I don't know if you saw. And
Oh, did he? I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
He deleted it by accident, but it was there for a couple of hours. And the fans were flocking. They were like, "Oh my God, there's two Donavans. They argue the same. They look the same."
Oh, that was cool. That was cool. I mean, I felt like Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon. It was like, I had my nunchucks like pow pow pow. I was knocking it out. It was great. So
Listen, with that being said, all uninterrupted, we'll give you a couple minutes. Please tell us why Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Uninterrupted.
He's done everything that a basketball player needs to do. Everybody tries to be like him. Kobe was the best copy of him. And everybody's trying to get to that level. I mean, even LeBron is trying to get to a level. He tried to, copy him by being 23.
God.
Everybody's trying to beat Jordan, And unfortunately, nobody's close right now. I mean, LeBron's not close. I mean, the closest one that came to him was Kobe. And it took Kobe a minute to get there, right? I mean, he had to be paired with Shaq, to get there. He went through his trials with Phil Jackson, and he finally got it. But that Mamba mentality, that killer instinct, that winning attitude, that's really what puts Jordan over the top on everybody else. I mean, he wants to win the game. He's not concerned with how it's done. If it has to be done, he's going to do it. And I see that's the biggest difference between LeBron and Jordan. I mean, LeBron has, and this is what I don't really understand. Everybody takes it as a slight. I don't know why. I mean, LeBron is, I'm giving him number 2, right, of all time. And out of 15,000 players that's ever played the entire NBA, and people's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm number 2 out of 15,000. Get out of here.
Well,
right?
okay.
Hold on.
Real quick. The funny part is if I told you that Jordan was number 2 out of 15,000, you would take it as a slight too.
It's not true. It's not true.
Everybody who's at 1 and 2, 3, whatever, if you put them in any order, you're nitpicking, you're picking at hairs, you're like trying to decide by the most narrowest of margins. And if I tell you that this person is 0.5% better than the other person, you are going to feel like your basketball integrity has been
And also, when we were at Donovan's wedding arguing with you, you didn't put LeBron at 2.
You put him at 6!
You put him at 6.
6! We remember that. We have it on footage. You have it on footage too.
I do. But that's my list. I'm okay. That's my list. But I'm okay with other people, saying that he's number 2. I'm okay. I understand that argument as well, because the longevity argument is a really good argument. I mean, it is a good argument. It's just not good enough to say that you're the best. I mean, LeBron has played almost 22 years. 22 years, and he hasn't done what Jordan has done.
We've had this argument for like
15 years.
We've had this argument for like a decade, and you've never told me that you had LeBron anywhere lower than 5. And then the pull up and everybody else is like, yeah, he had him at 6. They're like, yo, get your dad. Like,
no. Listen, I mean, I understand the argument of 2. I understand the argument of 2. Anywhere between 6 and 2. I understand the argument, but I don't see any argument that can be made for number 1.
Well,
none.
can you lay out your top 6 for people so that way people can have a good idea of where you put LeBron?
Your real top 6.
My real top 6.
You don't even have a 5. You don't even have 4 before LeBron. You just put him at 6. You said Jordan 1, LeBron 6, and you don't care who's in the middle. Do you? You don't have it.
6 feels right. He's about 6.
You don't even have it.
I'll put a light 6. Do some 5.
I would say. I mean, obviously Jordan's 1. I mean, I would. Kobe's not. I think Kobe's better than LeBron, but LeBron's accomplishments are better than Kobe's accomplishments, and so I'm putting LeBron over Kobe. Wilt, Kareem, Jordan, Magic,
He's freestyling.
and
He is.
yeah, Magic, and I don't want to put Bird here. I don't want to put Bird here, but I will put Bird there. I will put
Okay.
Bird at 5 for me right
If
now.
if LeBron's a longevity merchant and that's a good argument, but not good enough to be top 5, why is Kareem above him?
Because he also has the points there too, and he also has 6 championships as well.
But they weren't all okay. So does it matter to you that they weren't all with him as the best player?
I mean, it matters slightly, but he has them. So I mean, if LeBron has those, if LeBron has another 2 rings and he's not number 1, then we can have that conversation. But let him get the other 2 rings.
So if LeBron goes and joins the Timberwolves as an old man and gets carried by Anthony Edwards to 2 more rings, you're not going to be like, he was old, it doesn't matter. Like that would matter to you?
I'm not gonna say it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but at least there will be an argument for it, right? At least there will be an argument, right? And then you can say, okay, LeBron got 6 rings. LeBron's got 6 rings, and 25 years. Great, I mean that's such a great win percentage. I mean, but then at least you can split hairs then, because at least he would have had that, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have it. Let him get those things, and then we can have a conversation about it. But he doesn't have it. And if he continues at this rate and he plays another 2 to 3 years, he's going to play 25 years, winning 4 rings, winning at less than a 2-to-1 win rate in the finals out of all 75 players. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. He's the biggest loser out of the top 75. What I'm saying?
Hello. What other takes do you feel strongly about besides the GOAT debate? What else you got for us?
Actually, wait. Let's start. I'll pick one of the ones that you sent me.
Oh, he sent them to you?
Yeah.
I love it. He's got it prepped.
I gotta moderate some of these.
Nice.
Let's start here. You're saying that lack of defense is killing the NBA. You wanna expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen it even this year that the NBA just not prioritizing defense. As soon as a great defensive team comes out, it's not even a competition. I mean, Dallas has, they have Kyrie, they got Luka, and as soon as one great defensive team, it's not even a game, it's not even a contest. They lost by 40 points just because they wanted to go back home and play. So it's not even a contest. Players get better, and you see exactly what players can do when they have opposition. If there's no opposition, then the stuff that they're doing is just in the gym. I know you can do this in the gym. You get paid $50-60 million. I hope you can open jump shots. I hope you can dunk the ball when nobody's in front of you. I hope you can dribble through your legs, and I hope you can do it for $50 million. But if you can't do it, then whatever. If there's somebody in front of you, if there's a man trying to beat you to the spot and gets to the spot before you do, and somebody calls a foul on that, it's like, get out of here. Come on. If I don't slap you on the hand, or interrupt your shot, then that's a different story. But there's not enough defense in the league for somebody who's watching the game to say, oh, okay, this is good because you're just shooting over cones now. And I'm not saying that they're cones, but they're making the defender a cone instead of making the defender an actual defender. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
That's not that crazy.
Yeah, that's not crazy. I mean, I think the reality is it's just like really hard to play defense these days with how good offense is.
You got to pull up to 24-hour fitness, see how he plays
Oh,
defense.
he's locking up?
It's locked down.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's locked down.
Yeah, it's not like teams want to be good at defense. It's just fucking tough when you have 5 shooters and everybody can dribble, drive, and pass. But I feel you. It would be nice to see a little bit more like rule changes to prioritize defense. So that was not crazy. We'll let that one go.
What's next?
All right, let's keep it civil. This one's a little spicy. Let's remember that this is a public podcast, but you're saying that the WNBA is not a good product, and I think you and Donnavan disagree on this.
Stop.
All right, we're cutting this one. What's the next question?
We're not doing this.
Okay. Anyway, so the second take that you had was that Curry isn't a point guard; he's a shooting guard.
Oh, good lord!
Correct. He's not a point guard. I mean, they try to make that comparison between him and Magic, but they're not in the same category. I mean, it's not the same. Steph is he's a shooting guard. He doesn't control the pace of the game. The pace of the game is controlled by the
That's a lie, sir.
No, he does not. He does not. He goes around the screen. He passes the ball, and he waits for the ball to get to him. The rest of the team gets him open. The rest of the team is getting him open. That's what the rest of the team is doing.
This would be
he's not a point guard.
This would be really smart and really true if it was 2013 and we just didn't watch the next decade. Then I'd be like, you're cooking. He's a shooting guard.
But even in 2013, he is more of a like traditional point guard. Like before the championship, right before Kerr comes in, his assists are at like 7 a game, and then Kerr comes in and they're like, hey, you can be more dangerous as as an off-ball scorer. Like your particular skill set allows you to play make as an off-ball scorer. We've never seen anybody be able to set other people up when they don't have the ball. Like all the great point guards, they tell everybody what to do. Like Chris Paul, he's gonna organize the offense. You go here, you go there, you come up, all that stuff. Steph is like, I can get the ball out of my hands and still dictate. Two guys are going to follow me because I have to shoot.
And he can do both. We saw 2022.
That's also
He can
true.
do both.
That's also true.
Yeah, we just see him organize offense in an inverted way, which we've never seen before.
If Mike D'Antoni was his coach, he would run 30 pick and rolls a game.
Yeah,
but that wouldn't be the best way to use him because he can do both.
So you, sir, are outmatched.
Come outside, we're gonna jump you.
Yeah, see what happens.
We want to talk.
Yeah, I just don't agree. And again, I'm not taking I think he's a great guard. I just don't think that he dictates the offense enough. I think the system dictates the offense. Just like the Chicago Bulls. There was no point guard in the Chicago Bulls. I mean, you could say Steve Kerr or BJ Armstrong or Paxson or whatever, but the triangle dictated the offense. So therefore, there was no need for a point guard. Same thing with Golden State. The system dictates the offense, and so he's not dictating.
Sure.
He's in the offense, but he's not dictating the offense.
Okay, but if Steph's movement creates the system, his dictating and his shooting dictates the offense.
You could say that LeBron James.
No. I mean, he winds up being a spot up shooter that can shoot off the dribble, and Draymond is more the point guard than anybody. If anybody's a point guard, then Draymond's the point guard. If anybody's a point guard, Draymond's a point guard. It's not Steph. It is not Steph. He is the de facto shooting guard, and it's okay. I mean, they won 4 rings with it. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the definition of point guard is leading the teams and leading the offense. If he's not doing that, then he's not a point guard. He's still a guard. He's just not the point guard.
I don't think there's a definition of point guard anymore, though. I think that's like John Stockton isn't walking through those doors, pounding the ball and throwing it to the post anymore. That's not really how the game's played anymore.
And if that's the case, then there's no more point guard position. That if you say that there's no more point guard position, then I'm okay with that. No, now there's just two. Now there's a shooting guard and a combo guard, and then you have it like that.
People are still listed at the one, so point guard still exists. It's just not the responsibilities have morphed. You have to be a threat as a scorer. Then tell
me the point guard that does what Steph does.
Well, the thing is, he's one of the greatest players of all time because he's unreplicable. It's like, tell me who does what Shaq does at that level. No one. He's unreplicable. So you could say that, from a shooting perspective, Trae Young, but he's not the off-ball threat that he is. You know, like
he's not the shooter.
The off-ball threat, Devin Booker's like that, but he's not as good on-ball as a playmaker. Like people can do bits and pieces, but he's so special because he can do all that, and nobody's been able to replicate that.
I get that. I just don't think he fits the standard definition of point guard that we've seen throughout the ages, and. Yeah, because he doesn't fit that that definition. He's not that definition. He's not that point guard. Yeah. But I get it either way. He just I don't think he fits that prototypical definition. You know, so.
Oh, you're right. He does. That's fair.
Not a lot of players do these days anymore. It's just evolution. Things change. The way cars run change completely. The way technology, internet runs. It's just evolution, bro.
The thing about the old days.
No, and I'm okay with things changing as long as you change the definition with it, right? So now that position is no longer a point guard position. Call it something else. Don't call it point guard. Don't call it point guard because that's not what it is.
Okay, what's the next one? You're 1 for 1, so 1-1 so far. We're with you with the defense, not with you with Curry. What's up next?
So, sir, can you see this this progressive, cutout we have of LeBron right here?
No, I don't see it.
Okay, well, just imagine it's there. It's a cutout of LeBron. You had a take about LeBron's son. Do you want to give that take,
Bronny?
Are we bullying Bronny right now?
Yeah. Nah, leave Bronny alone. Leave Bronny alone.
I mean, listen, Bronny should not be in the league, but this is not his opportunity, right? I mean, this is LeBron's opportunity that LeBron created over 21 years of greatness and everything like that he handed to him. If I gave Don $1 million and Don said, "No, I'm not going to take that, Dad," it's like, all right, you're dumb. You know what I'm saying? I don't begrudge him for taking the opportunity, but I never want to hear anything about Bronny saying, you know what, Bronny's not working hard enough, or Bronny's out there chasing girls, or Bronny's in the club and stuff like that. You better take full opportunity of this opportunity because this is there's a ton of guys that are better than you that should be in this position. That's my only gripe with him, is that he's not an NBA player. This guy, I mean, listen, he's
the 55th pick in the draft.
He just had a heart attack 2 years ago, and nobody he doesn't go to the G League. He doesn't go overseas. He comes straight to the NBA and gets a 4-year contract. Get out of here. Who does that? Like, you tell me he's that good that he can do that? Nobody. That's crazy.
I would feel you if he was drafted like 17th. 55, a lot of guys, you take swings on guys that fell for a reason from the last picks in the draft that you're like, hey, maybe something will happen. Maybe he'll get back.
He averaged 5 points in college. What are you talking about?
There's some guys who go 42 that are NBA players.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
The standard for a second-round pick is much lower than we're acting because of Bronny. Like,
it is.
He's not that out of line.
It's fine. It's fine if you're the 55th pick and you're not an NBA player. It's okay.
Most of those guys don't become NBA players.
It really is okay.
Okay, I mean, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that it's not okay. I'm just saying I never want to hear that Bronny's not working as hard as he's possibly
he probably won't. You probably. I mean,
that's it.
And I hope you're right. I agree. I hope he earns the role he has and makes the most of the situation. We'll see.
I mean, just like Austin Rivers. You know what I'm saying? Austin Rivers, and he shouldn't be. He should not have been in the league. But
he was really good in high school and college.
But for Doc Rivers, letting him stay in the league and letting him learn, he became a decent role player. You know what I'm saying? But he shouldn't have been in the league the first 5 years. He didn't deserve that. I mean, he deserved
He was good.
He did. Austin Rivers
Yes.
was a problem coming out of high school and college.
The thing is, if
are
LeBron
you saying the first 5 years Austin Rivers was a great player, was a good player?
No, so you're talking about after like.
No, I'm saying after he gets signed with the Clippers and he stays with Doc, then he becomes it. But he doesn't deserve that opportunity to even get signed get that extra latitude.
We've had this conversation plenty of times. You know my feelings, but but like it's a different situation because again, a lot of people you take chances, and even prior to the heart attack. Mm-hmm. Bronny was listed as a higher prospect than 55th overall. And so if you're the Lakers, you're like, okay, here's a guy, who had some medical stuff. People take chances on guys who have medical issues all the time. Technically, we're getting a first round talent at value, and if we can he can just be on the bench, they can stash him, he can develop and do whatever with LeBron right there and with the rest of the team, and it's gonna be okay. And guess what? If Bronny doesn't end up being this all-star player, not even all-star, just like solid NBA point guard, it's fine. Like it's really not going to matter in the grand scheme of things.
No, I agree that it won't matter. I agree with it doesn't matter. But what's the evidence that he was a number 1 draft pick? What does he have to show that he was a number 1 draft pick?
Plenty of people.
Yeah, there's never evidence when you're talking about recruits. But after his high school, he was ranked by a lot of people being like a top 20 recruit in the class. So he didn't come out of nowhere. He wasn't a janitor 2 weeks ago. Then they're like, come play in the NBA. Like he had some cachet.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the guy had carte blanche to pull any shot that he wanted in summer league. And I thought it was, it ended on a better note, but it didn't start well. Not that it starts well for, a lot of other guys. I'm just saying. Yeah. For you to have a carte blanche and take whatever shot, nobody's going to pull you out. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, and you don't do it. And it's like, okay, we'll see. If he gets some playing time with the Lakers this year, I guess so be it.
His ass going to be in the G League. He's going to be in South Bay for the entire year. He's going to love it in El Segundo.
Mr. Smoot, you got any last takes for us?
No, I don't have any last takes. I mean, I can't. I don't know the controversial stuff. I mean, I guess the Tatum thing. The Tatum thing that he's not getting playing time.
He started Olympics, today.
He did.
Yeah, Embiid came off the bench. Embiid played no minutes today, but Tatum played.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I just that's no respect. I hope, did he play well?
I don't know. I think he sucked.
Okay.
He didn't watch a minute of the game. I was with him all day. He didn't watch a second.
I saw one clip of him hitting the side of the backboard.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wide open in the corner. So
that's awful.
It's been a bad summer, or a bad 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Everything else was
that's
cool.
a bad 2 weeks. Yeah, that's a bad 2 weeks. But hopefully the Celtics run it back. I think they can. Tatum has to really take over. I mean, he has to show that he has the skills. I mean, he's more skillful than I think than Brown is, but Brown is more aggressive at every single point of the game. And I think if he shows his skill, he'll be the best player. I think he needs to try to go out there and average 30 this year. But if he doesn't, then he'll be one of those.
R.I.P.
Those are the guys.
Yeah.
Tough.
R.I.P.
Well, that was great.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on. It was people have been asking for this for a while. People have seen you just sprinkled into the TD3 ecosystem via clips and pictures of you in Clippers jerseys. So hope everybody enjoyed this.
Yeah. Pictures of you in Clippers jerseys is so crazy. Oh my gosh!
Listen, I'll tell you about the Clippers. I love the Clippers only because I really like Kawhi. I love PG. I love I thought Westbrook was a good addition. I just think that, man, I can't give Kawhi not another dime. I mean, I wouldn't have given him a dime. I mean, not one penny. He couldn't have gotten not one dime. He can't stay healthy. So it's almost like, what good are you? You know what I'm saying? This is an 82 game season plus another, 20-something games in the playoffs, and you can't stay healthy? I mean, I don't want to see Kawhi to the All-Star game. That's just me. Wow. I don't want to see him to the All-Star game.
I ain't gonna lie. We witnessed a great hater raise an even better hater. The only difference between y'all two is just time. That's literally it.
Thanks, Mr. Smooth. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Well, hey, guys, I appreciate it. Let me know if y'all want me on again. I'll be here.
Yeah, we gotta make this a consistent thing. We gotta do the Donovan's dad report.
Absolutely.